What's up to you all, wonderful and awesome matriculants? I hope you guys are good. It's a Monday and you guys are writing your paper too. Let me know on the page, how was it? I trust you guys, and some of you have already been giving us some feedback. So I'd like to know from you guys, how was your paper too? Because today we are doing mathematics. It is our Triple M day. Our mindset is Maths Monday. My name is Abram, and I'm with Sihle. Kunjan, Baba?
I'm grand, Papa.
I'm also good, man. So your kids were writing paper two today. How does that feel?
Hey, Gauteng guys. No, they're saying it was okay, but let's see with the marking.
Okay, I'll find out from them, and then I'll let you know what they are saying. Ne?
Sure,
so that
sure,
when
sure.
you go and mark, you don't get surprises, eh? But
Yeah,
I
it's
trust these guys are brilliant. These ones, they are brilliant.
sure.
And what are we doing with them today?
Today we're doing, we're revising analytical geometry and Euclidean geometry, but just looking at your typical exam questions, yeah.
All right, nice one. Well, guys, because we love you, we've already posted the challenge question and the notes for you guys. So there are three options for the notes. It's the viewing, the download, and the test yourself link. On the test yourself, if you answer the questions correctly, you stand a chance of winning this awesome Casio calculator. But during this show as well, I'll be announcing our Get Connected competition airtime winners from Vodacom. So guys, if you've been entering and sharing our picture on Facebook, you stand a chance of winning airtime, 55 Rand airtime, proudly sponsored by Vodacom. But for now, over to you, sir.
Sure. Oh, we're not doing the competition, we're just straight to mathematics.
I can do the competition if you'd like, but
No,
let's
we'll
get
do
straight
it
to the
later.
lesson.
Let's work first, Chief, and then competitions later. All right, guys, as I've said earlier, we looking at your analytical geometry and your Euclidean geometry. But first of all, I'm just going to give you your challenge question. Your challenge question says, refer to the diagram to the given sketch. The circle center at C, PQ, cuts the y-axis at 0.7 and B, 0.1. Just check if we've got those coordinates, yes. A and B, respectively. And the tangent is drawn to a circle, touching the circle at D. So this is a tangent, and it's touching the circle at D. Then the equation of this tangent is x equals to 1, right? Now, you need to work out the coordinates of the center correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, guys, there's your challenge question, so you can start working on it while we're looking at our lesson for today. All right. Now, straight to question 1. Refer to the sketch below, okay? Points A, x, y, B minus 3, minus 1, and then you've got your C, 3P, and center O, not and not, right? D is the midpoint. Okay, they're telling us that D is the midpoint of line segment AB, and DOC is a straight line. Okay, so you've got information there. Now we need to work out, so the first question, determine the coordinates of A, right? Now we need to go to a diagram. Look where A is. Okay, there is A, but there's important thing that they told us. They said D is the midpoint of AB, all right? So now remember your midpoint formula, right? We were saying in grade 10, this is your x1 plus x2 divided by 2 is to y1 plus y2 divided by 2. All right? But they already given us the midpoint, that it's minus 1, 1. So I've got that, right? So the coordinates of D will be that x1, which is just x. Okay, let me just do this. Okay? So we have the midpoint already. So this is equals to minus 1. So your x, this is x plus the x2 is minus 3, all right, all divided by 2. Then this is x minus 3 divided by 2 equals to minus 1. Then you get x minus 3 is minus 2, all right? Therefore, your x is equals to positive 1. So here, in your A, so we already now know that your x coordinate is 1. So we need to find y, right? So how do you get y? Same way, this is your y1, which is y, plus your y2, that's minus 1, all divided by 2, equals to your y coordinate of the midpoint, which is 1. Then work that one quickly. So y is 2 minus minus 1, so y is 3. Okay, so your coordinate of A, it's 1, 3. That was your midpoint, okay? Right? And now, question number 2, find the acute angle, right, that line AB makes with the x-axis. Now remember, your acute angle, it's between 0 and 90 degrees, all right? So now, where is AB? So we look for AB, so we can work out. We know AB is a straight line, so we can work out the gradient of that line. So the gradient AB is change in y over change in x. So y at B minus y at A, all divided by x at B minus x at A, right? Now, so you've got y is 3 minus minus 1, so we get 3 plus 1, all divided by your x at A, 1, x at B is minus 3, so it's going to be 1 plus 3. Right, so you've got 1 plus 3, which gives us 4 divided by 4, and that's 1. All right. Now, we know that angle of inclination, so you've got your m equals to tan theta. Working out your theta will be your shift tan of your gradient, which is 1. Therefore, you get your theta equals to 45 degrees. So your acute angle there will be your 45 degrees. All right. Now, C. Find the equation of a line passing through COD. Right. Now, this is the line that we're talking about, COD. So they're asking us to find the equation of a line. And we know that a straight line, you'll have it in a form of y equals to mx plus c. And I want to know what m is and also the y-intercept. And already here, we know that this line is passing through the origin. So your y-cut is 0, right? But we can work out the gradient of this line. We've got 2 points. That is your 0, 0, and minus 1, 0. So the gradient of that line, the gradient of line DC is 0, minus 1 divided by 0, minus minus 1. Then you get a negative 1, all right? So, therefore, if that gradient is minus 1, then our equation will be y equals to mx plus c. But we said because this line passes through the origin, so we know that just c is 0, and then the gradient is minus 1, so you've got minus 1x. So you have y equals to minus x. All right, so that is the equation of the line that passes through COD. All right, guys, now we move on to your next question now. They're saying show that BDC equals to 90 degrees. Now, let's go and check where that BDC is. So this is BDC, right? So BDC, right? We need to prove that those two lines, DOC is perpendicular to line BDA, right? So now, one of the options here, and you have to look at your marks, it's to work out your distances, all right? So distance BC, your distance DC, and your distance DB, right? If your DC squared plus your DB squared equals to BC squared, then you can confirm that your D is right angle, right, from Pythagoras. Or, in this particular case, we have to work out the gradients. Remember, to prove that those lines are perpendicular, so you'd say your gradient 1 times gradient 2 equals to minus 1. So the product of the 2 should give you negative 1. So now, what's the gradient of line AB? Right, so the gradient of line AB, have we worked it out somewhere? All right, yes, the gradient of that line is 1, okay? Right, so gradient of AB is 1. and then the gradient of line DC, it's -1, right? So we can now conclude that those two lines are perpendicular because gradient 1 times gradient 2 gives us -1 times a 1, which is -1. So therefore, where they meet at right angle. Right. Now, the next question, find the length of BC, leaving your answer in set form if necessary. Right. So they're asking us to work out the length BC, but we need that coordinate. You've got 3 and P. All right. So C, okay, right, we know that that line, the equation of that line is y equals to minus x. But you've got 3p, all right, as the coordinate there for C. Now, you can now sub in the 3 and the p to work out what p is. So if you sub in, this is p as your y equals to minus bracket 3. So your p is -3. So now we've got all what we want. So this is -3. Now, so we can work out the distance there using our distance formula. So we know that b is -3 minus 1. Okay, and c is 3 minus 3. C is 3 minus 3, right? And we are asked to work out the distance BC. So BC, it's equals to the square root of x at C minus x at B, all squared, plus y at C minus y at B, and that is squared. Okay? Now, x at C, you know that that is 3, plus x at B, because you've got a minus 3, so you get 3, and that's squared, plus y at C, it's -3, and then y at B, it's -1, so -1, then you get a +1, and then you square the result. And then this gives us the square root of 3 plus 3, it's 6 squared, that's 36, all right? And then -3 plus 1, that's 2 squared, which gives us a 4, all right? So then this is the square root of 40. So therefore, your BC will be 2 square root of 10 units. Okay. Right. Abram, are they working? Or I'm just doing this work alone?
No, you're not. They're
Okay.
working with you.
All right. Sure, boss.
And they'll
Let's-
tell you when you're making a mistake.
Okay, I'm not gonna make any mistake, Chief. It's a Monday. All right, now, guys. So we're done with question 1. Let's look at question 2. Refer to the sketch below. Points A not 4, B minus 3 minus 2, and nice one, QQ, and D it's 2 and P there. Okay, are given. And it is further given that AB is parallel to CD. Okay, AB is parallel to CD. Question number 1. Find the value of P for which the distance AD is the square root of 8. All right? Now, so we need to work out the value of P. All right? If the distance AD, so this distance is square root of 8. All right? So now they're giving us the distance. We need to work out P. So there's going to be only one unknown there. So we know how to find the distance using our distance formula. So you've got your 2 minus 0 all squared plus your P minus 4 squared equals to the distance that's given. It's the square root of 8, and that is squared. All right? So now let's quickly work that one out. 2 minus 0. It's 2 squared, that's 4, plus your P minus 4 all squared equals to 8. Then your P minus 4 squared is 8 minus 4. Then you get a 4 there. This is squared. Now, to work out your P, now you've got P minus 4 squared equals to 4. So you can either expand that and refactorize and whatnot. But now it's easier if we say, okay, now I just square root on both sides. So I get p minus 4 equals to, if I square root there, I get plus or minus the square root of 4. Then your p is 4 plus or minus the square root of 4 is 2. So therefore, we've got two options here. P is 4 plus 2, which is a 6, or a minus, no, sorry, this is your 2. So P is 6 or P is 2. Now let's just check. From this up to A, the coordinate, the y is 4. And our P is above 4, so it can't be this one. It can't be a 2. So therefore, our P is 6. So we've got 2, 6. All right. Now, question B and C, I'm going to ask you to do it at home, all right? And then we come back and do it together. If it is given that P is 6, find the value of Q, that's number 1. And then C, you find the equation of the circle centered A, which passes through D. All right, Abraham, I think we can just take a quick break and then we come back and do this question.
Awesome. Well, Mansiters, thank you for your comments and also your responses when I was asking about paper 2. Some of you saying it was very difficult and some of you saying it was just straightforward. So thank you for giving it your best, for trying it out, and we'll hopefully see good results. But during this break, you do have the challenge question. It's posted on the page, so check it out. We'll see you. Welcome back, Matrix. Now we're trying by all means to help you guys and make sure that you guys have all the resources at your own disposal. Now we've got More Maths, which is an application that is also there to help you guys. You can play and learn at the same time on it. All you need to do is to register on More Maths, momaths.org, and your code as matriculants is I2IK. I2IK. So make sure that you register right now. But as promised to you guys, we have this awesome giveaway. We're going to be doing a draw now with prizes proudly sponsored by Vodacom. We've got airtime vouchers. We're going to be choosing 3 lucky mindsetters. So, Siki, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do this, Baba.
Nazo.
Nazo? 3. We just need 3.
Okay. Number 1. Let's see. Oh, Vusmuz in demand.
Vusi, demand, congratulations. Okay, let's see another one.
Zash. Okay. Now we. Yo. Kanyi Tembani Mashabela.
Yeah. Kanyi Tembani Mashabela, congratulations. Okay, let's get the last one now. I hope it's you.
This is airtime or something.
It's airtime, yeah.
Okay.
55 Rand from Vodacom.
Abbas phone. Okay, right.
We'll get your numbers.
Okay, Florence Ramitse.
Yeah, Ramitse.
Congrats.
Congratulations, Florence, Ramitse, Kanyi, Tembani, and Vusin Demande. Congratulations, guys. You're getting yourselves 55 Rand airtime, proudly sponsored by Vodacom. So Vodacom has really been empowering us, guys. So make sure that you also check out the other competition which you have still on Vodacom, where you stand a chance of winning a Sony Xperia L cell phone. The draw will be taking place on Thursday, just before 7 o'clock. So watch out. Thanks, Sisha.
Sure, Praz.
Sharp.
Hey, Tsara. Guys, before the break, we said we're going to do B and then C. If it is given that P is 6, find the value of Q, all right? So where is Q? Q is there, all right? So we need to find the value of Q, but what we know is that CD is parallel to AB, all right? And now remember, for your parallel lines, they share the same gradient. So gradient of AB will be the same as gradient DC, all right? So now, how do you work out the gradient? Gradient is change in y over change in x. So in this case, I've got a Q minus 6 divided by Q minus 2 equals to, it's going to be the same gradient, all right? So AB has the same gradient as DC. So how do you work out the gradient of AB? So that will be your 4 minus 2, it's a plus 2, divided by naught minus 3. Then you've got your q minus 6 divided by q minus 2 equals to, you've got a 6 divided by minus 3, and that is minus 2. So therefore, q minus 6 is minus 2q, cross multiplying, plus a 2. Then take your 2q across, so you get 3q equals to 8. Therefore, q is equals to 8 divided by 3. Okay. Right, so now you've got your q is 8 divided by 3. Right, now the next question, find the equation of a circle centered at A, all right, and passing through D. All right, so it's going to be centered at A, but it passes through D. All right, so we can have a circle there. All right, so now we need to work out the equation of that circle. So we have a center not passing through the origin, and remember the formula is x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals to r squared. Okay, right, let's just get rid of that, equals to r squared. Now the center is given. Now remember these coordinates, this is your a, b, right? So your a is naught, so you've got your x minus a, which is 0, squared plus y minus 4 squared equals to your r. So this will be your radius, square root of 8 all squared. So you then simplify that to get x squared plus y minus 4 squared equals to 8. So your equation of a circle with center not 4 and passing through that point D to 6 is x squared plus y minus 4 squared equals to 8. All right, so that concludes our question 2. Right, now let's look at question 3. Do a little bit of some reading here. Refer to the sketch below. Lines f of x and g of x are given with a point of intersection D. Where am I getting D? This is P, so that's where they meet. The angle made between the two lines is a line and has an angle of inclination of A, and the line g of x cuts the x-axis at the point R5 naught. Now we need to work out M and C, round it off to the nearest whole number. Okay, so where is M and C? So this is your g of x, right, equals to mx plus c. But we are given these two, that's where they meet. So the angle that they make between those two lines is 55 degrees. And then you're given the equation of this line. So we can easily work out what alpha is, all right? Now, if we can get alpha, then it's now easy to work out the angle of inclination that side, and then we work out the gradient, all right? So now, let's start. We have y equals to 5x plus q, all right? Now, we know that the angle of inclination is m equals to tan theta, all right? But our m for this line is 5. So you've got your gradient is 5 equals to tan x. Sorry, I love my x. I love x there. All right, so you've got 5 equals to tan theta. All right, so now to get your theta, so you'll say shift tan of 5. Just do it quickly. So you've got shift tan 5, and that gives us 78.69, right? That's 78.69 degrees. So now, guys, we've got 78.69 there, all right? Now, we can work out this angle, all right? Now, we have a triangle. This is triangle PQR, right? We can easily work out that angle, the remaining angle of that triangle, and then subtract from there. We've got our angle of inclination there, and then we can work out the equation of that line, all right? So now, what we can do, this angle plus that top one, the top angle is 55. So you're going to say plus 55 equals to that, and then subtract 180, then you get 46.3. Right, so this one will be your 46.3, right? But our angle of inclination will be that 46.3, okay? So you have 180 minus 46.3, which gives us 133.7, and that's roughly 134, okay? So we have now that 134 degrees. So you know that m equals to tan of theta. Then our theta in this case will be your 134. So you've got 134 degrees. And then press our calculator. Your tan of 134 is negative 1,035, which is roughly minus 1, right? Because they're asking it to be rounded off to your whole number. So you've got your m. M is roughly minus 1, okay? And then you write it in the form y equals to mx plus c. So your m is minus 1, right? Now you go back. This line passes through a point R, which is 5 naught. So you've got your y is naught, x is 5, plus your c, therefore c is 5. Right, to answer our question, they're asking us to find m and c, right, round it off to the nearest whole numbers, right? So your m is equals to minus 1, and your c equals to 5, all right? Guys, remember, if there's something you don't understand, you ask Lapago Facebook. Thank you very much for responding to questions that Abram was asking you about your exam, and some of you are saying it was good, but please pray for us. No, we'll keep praying. Okay.
There seems to be so many mind sisters that are confused on question 2b. Some are asking, is 10 over 3 on question 2b?
Okay, can you come back to that one?
After the challenge question.
Okay,
cool.
All right. Now, question 4, in the figure, oh, it's Euclidean. In the figure, ST is a tangent, all right? So you've got your ST, which is a tangent, okay, to the circle with center O, right? And points U and V lie on the circumference of the circle. Prove the theorem that states VTS it's equals to U, all right? So proving that this angle here, it's equals to that angle, okay? Right, so that is your tan chord theorem. Right, now what you need to do is, right, we are asked to prove, so you are required to prove that VTS it's equals to U. All right, then we need to do some constructions here, okay? Guys, first of all, a construct, right, if we construct a diameter, can construct a diameter there, and then maybe we say this is P. All right, so we construct diameter POT, all right? And then from there, we join these two guys. And then join chord. Right, so now this is chord PU or UP. Right, so there will be angles that are produced there, right? First of all, I'll be having this angle here. Okay, let's give it a name, 1. And then that one will be your 2, right? And then here, this is 1, 2. All right, so now, in simple terms, we want to prove that this angle, T1, it's equals to your U1. So we can just go back to our RTP. We require to prove that this, your T1, it's equals to your U1. All right, now, your proof now, guys. first of all, I've got that PV now. Can you see that PV subtends an angle, right? So PV subtends an angle there, which is your U2. And again, it also subtends an angle T2, all right? So now, number one, your U2, it's equals to your TU. Sorry, T2. This is T2, right? And then your reasoning, they both subtended by your PU, or angles in the same segment, okay? So angles in the same segment. Okay, right, that is number one. But bearing in mind that we need that U1 and that T1. Okay, starting with this U1. This is a diameter POT, all right? And the diameter subtends an angle. Now, remember, there's your theorem which says an angle subtended by a diameter is a right angle. Angle subtended by a diameter is equals to 90. So we have an angle which is U, right? So U2 plus your U1, it's equals to 90 degrees, okay? It's subtended by your diameter. So therefore we can say, okay, angles in a semicircle. Okay? Now, again, let's just go back. I want that U1, all right? So I can make U1 the subject of the formula here. U1 is 90 degrees minus U2. Okay, so simplified there. Right now, so I go to this T1 and T2. Now, guys, remember, this is your diameter, and your diameter is perpendicular to your tangent. So now, if that is perpendicular to your tangent, so the angle that is formed there, it's 90 degrees. So we have T1 plus T2, it's equals to 90 degrees, right? And we're taking that from having that diameter, diameter POT, right? So diameter POT is perpendicular to your TS, right? So it's perpendicular to TS, right? Now, but remember, we want T1, so we can make T1 the subject. So T1 is 90 degrees minus T2, right? So now that is your 2. So I've got two equations now. I've got the one for U1, I've got the one for T1, right? And then, but there's one thing where we started. We said U2 equals to T1 angles in the same segment, okay? Now, but T2, it's equals to U2, okay? U2. So therefore, your T1, it's equals to 90 degrees minus U2. If you look at these two equations, your T1, okay, your U1 is equals to 90 degrees minus U2, and then your T1, it's equals to 90 degrees minus U2, right? So they both equals to 90 degrees minus U2. So therefore, T1, it's equals to T1, it's equals to U1, both equals to 90 degrees minus U2. So you have proved that the angle between the tangent and the chord, it's equals to the angle in the alternate segment. Okay, all right, I hope that helps. Chief, you're also doing some maths, right? So now, guys, we're looking at question 5 now. All right, why are you looking at me like that? Okay, question 5, refer to the figure below, okay? So you've got that figure, and then they're telling us that the circle centered O has points A, B, C, and D, okay, D and E on the circumference, all right, of a circle. Reflex BOD, it's equal to 250, and it's It's also there in our diagram, okay, that angle, right? And BEC is equal to 50 degrees. Yeah, BEC is equal to 50 degrees. Chord BE is equals to EC. Find the following, stating all reasons. Okay, so we need to work out what A is for 2 marks, right? If we look at our diagram, right? Now, Abram, I'm not sure if we can just quickly take a break.
Yes.
And then from there, we come back to do this question and then the challenge question.
That's perfect.
Hey, Tsara.
I think you guys really deserve a break after all of that information. And I see some of your comments and some of your questions. Awesome, guys. We have them. And after the break, we'll answer the challenge question and also give you the winner for the Casio calculator. So stay tuned. Welcome back, awesome mindsetters. Now it is the moment that we've all been waiting for to hear the winner for the Casio calculator. Drum roll, please, Sihle. Okay,
Yeah.
it's fine. Our winner is Melo Ngwanatama Letabo. Melo Litabo, congratulations. This awesome Casio calculator is coming your way. And if you still want to enter, feel free to answer the test yourself questions. But I must say this, Mindsetters, we also have got an exciting big reveal that's going to be happening on our Mindset channel on the 15th of September. So note the date down. Make sure that you watch our channel the whole day. And if you are busy doing your driver's license, taking your lessons, take it easy, guys. It is a nice thing ever. Driving is a nice experience and it shouldn't be complicated. So tomorrow, between this time, 6 and 7 o'clock, we'll be giving you some of the lessons. So guys, check out our channel. Big things are happening. And 15th of September, there's going to be a big reveal. But now back to you, sir.
Sure. Thanks.
Some clever and brilliant mindsetters picked up something which they say it's a mistake on our question 3.
It's question 2. When we're working out Q. Guys, please be extra careful here. We have, thank you very much. Who's that child? That's
I'll
when we
tell you.
cross multiply. When we multiply this by your Q minus 2, multiply by your Q minus 2. This is minus 2Q times a negative 2 times a negative 2. That's a plus 4. Now, which makes our solution to change now a little bit. Then you get your 3, that's your 3Q equals to 4 plus 6, that's 10. Then your Q is 10 divided by 3. Thank you very much to those mindsetters who are just glued and working hard and picking up all these minor things. Okay. All right, thank you. Now, guys, we're looking at our challenge question now. Abram, any answers?
Most of the mindsetters say P is 3 and Q is equal to 4. Some say your Q is equal to 4.55.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's just read the question again. Okay, the circle centered at C. Okay, so you've got PQ, cuts the y-axis, not 7 and not 1, all right, respectively. A tangent drawn to the circle, touching the circle at D, all right. So we can have coordinates there, right? It's drawn to the circle, touching the circle at D. The equation of a tangent is x is 10 there. Okay, so you've got 10 and something, all right? Now, we need to work out what your P and Q are according to our question here. But there's something that we know, guys, that this distance is the same distance and this is also the same. Okay, right? So this is equals to that and that is equals to that. So you've got radius AC equals to radius BC and equals to radius CD. Okay, right. Now, so what we can do here is to equate the two distances, okay, because your AC is the same as your BC, okay, but you can work that distance. So you've got P minus 0. So I have P minus 0 squared plus Q minus 7 squared equals to that other distance, p minus 0. So we've got p minus 0 squared plus your q minus 1 all squared. Okay? All right. So now, so we have p minus 0 squared plus q minus 7 squared equals to p minus 0 squared plus your q minus 1 squared. Let's simplify. So we get here p squared plus your q, okay, plus your q squared minus 14q plus 49 equals to p squared plus your q squared minus 2q plus a 1. All right? Now, if you look at this, you've got your p squared minus p squared, and then there's q squared minus q squared, all right? And then if you take your like terms, right, so you can take your negative 14q across, so you get 12q, all right? And then take your 1 across, then you get 49 minus 1, that is 48. So therefore, your q is 48 divided by 12, that's a 4. Okay? Right. So now we've got q. So here the coordinate now is q is 4. All right? And we still don't know what p is. Now, if you look, okay, so you've got your q is 4, so 10, 4 is the coordinate there. All right? But now, guys, we have 10, 4, and then there's your radian. Now we can work out the equation of a circle there, right? So the equation of a circle is x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals to our r squared, okay? Now, remember your a and b are the coordinates of the center. So you've got p4, so your a, so you've got x minus p squared plus y minus b, that is your q, but we work out what q is, 4 squared equals to your radius. You can take any, so you've got your bc, so your radius will be your p minus naught, so you have p minus naught all squared plus your 4 minus 1 all squared. And then we simplify this, you get your x minus p squared plus your y minus 4 squared equals to your p squared plus your 3 squared, which is a 9. This thing, chief. Okay, it doesn't want to work. Okay, so now you've got your p 4 and 10, 4. Now, guys, if you look at this, you have x minus p squared plus y minus 4 squared equals to p squared plus 9. So far, that is our equation of a circle. But now we know a point on a circle, right, with full coordinates, which is 10, 4. All right? So our x is 10, right, minus p squared plus our y is 4, so you get 4 minus 4 all squared equals to p squared plus a 9. Now, guys, look at our equation now. So you got your 10 minus p squared plus naught squared equals to p squared plus a 9. So let me just write it here at the top. It's 10 minus p all squared. So we have 10 minus, wait a second, 10 minus p squared, because if I'm trying to get to, okay, yeah. All right, now, guys, we can continue here. So we've got your 10 minus p squared equals to p squared plus a 9. Now, can you all see that we have only one unknown now, all right, which is your p. So if you multiply out, you've got your 10 minus p all squared. So this gives us 100 minus 20p plus your p squared equals to p squared plus a 9. Now watch. You've got your p squared minus p squared. Now let's simplify. So you take your 20p across, so you get 20p equals to your 100 minus 9, then you get 91. Then P will be, now let's simplify that. It's 91 divided by 20, which gives us 4.55. So 4.55. So in other words, we have our center as 4.55 and a 4. Abram, did we have any answers like this?
Yes.
Thank you very much, guys. Those who are working hard, not those who are hardly working, they got the same. It's 4.55 and 4 for our challenge question. All right. So now, guys, we move on to that question that we were doing. Just did that one. All right. So now, with the question 5, we said refer to the figure below. You've got the points on the circumference, A, B, C, D, E. And your question 1, they were asking you to find what A is, right? Now, there is A, right? There is the angle at the center, but we don't know what it is yet. So we can call this one O1. So now, and we know that these are the angles around the point, then they make that 360. So you've got your O1 plus your 250 degrees equals to 360 degrees. So angles around the point. So your O1 is 360 minus 250. That's 110. All right. So we have that angle now, 110. And now remember your theorem. An angle at the center is twice the angle of the circumference. So in other words, your BOD is twice your BAD. All right. Now, but we know what BOD is. So this is 110 equals to 2 BAD. Therefore, your BAD is equal to 55 degrees. Okay. So we know that this is now 55. Okay. This is 55 degrees. Now, the next question, they're asking us to find, what's this, BCD, right? They need us to work out this angle, BCD. So your BCD, all right? Now, and that is for only 1 mark, right? And then, but we know that this is a cyclic quadrilateral. So you've got this, that to there, right? And we know that your theorem says the opposite angles of a cyclic quad are supplementary. So you've got your A plus that C. So BCD plus your A equals 180 degrees, right? Opposite angles of a cyclic quad, right? So you've got your BCD, your BCD now will be your 180 degrees minus your 55. Okay? Now that will be 125. So your BCD is 125. And then your last question here is for us to work out what C2 is. So you need to work out what that angle is. All right? But before we get to that one, now remember we have a triangle. This is our triangle BCE. And now these two are equal. So this is an isosceles triangle. We've got a 50 there. And we need to work out what C2 is. But we know the whole angle C1 plus C2, that it is 125. So if we call this one X, that will also be X, okay? Right, because you've got that isosceles triangle. So you've got your X plus a 50 equals to 180 degrees. Therefore, your 2x is 130 degrees. Therefore, x is 65, right? Now, this is your isosceles triangle. Now, if x is 25, then it's now easy to work out what your C2 is. So you're going to take the whole angle, that 125, and then subtract this x, and you work out what C2 is. And guys, because of time, we need to...
Thank you so much, Sihle. You know, time is always jealous, man, you know. But, you know, learning continues on our channel, guys. Make sure that you have your notes, all your notes and your videos on learn.mindset.co.za. Don't forget to also check out our schedule. Sihle, thank you so much. Right, guys, you've got only 13 seconds. During this 13 seconds, I just want to wish you guys all the best on your prelims as you continue to write. Focus, guys, and make sure that you give it your best. We love you and we believe in you. Don't forget to note down the 15th of September because we're going to be having a big reveal. We believe in you and we love you. Peace.